All right, we're back. When I last left you, we were talking about Joe Exotic's his reward offer, right? $10,000, I believe. I posted on Module 2 the actual screenshot from the show where he's making this $10,000 reward offer for any information leading even just to the arrest of Carole Baskin in the disappearance of her first husband. The reward offer is actually very common. I like going for my daily walks, and I always notice if there's somebody posting a reward maybe for a missing dog or a missing cat, that kind of thing. What's really interesting is some of these rewards are very vague. They'll say reward, they'll say lost puppy or lost pet. If you find, the picture of the pet, maybe the pet's name, and if you find the pet, right, call this number and you'll get a reward. Other rewards like Joe Exotic's, right, in the Tiger King docuseries are a lot more specific, right, in that they tell you this is the dollar amount you'll get if you comply with the reward. Well, it turns out, if you actually find, if you give information that does lead to an arrest, or if you do find the lost puppy or whatever it is. And so the common law, this is a very important distinction for the common law. Remember, we talked about bargained for consideration. For a promise to be legally binding, generally speaking, you have to offer something of value, provide something of value. And so it turns out, if you make a reward but don't really specify what the reward is, that's not going to be legally binding. But if you go the Joe Exotic route and you offer a reward and you specify what the reward is, whether it's as little as $1 or as much as $1 million, or in the case of Joe, right, $10,000, right? What common law tradition is that if you provide the lost puppy, or if you provide Joe with the information he is seeking, then your performance of that request is considered then the acceptance, the consensual acceptance, and then you do have a legally enforceable contract. Joe would have to pay you out, or you could sue him in court to recover those monies. I hope you enjoyed this video. There's still, though, one more contract case I want to talk about. That is the case of Leonard versus PepsiCo. It's in your textbook, chapter 6. I've included the video of Pepsi-Cola, an ad from the mid-1980s. And I want you to check out that video and try to guess for yourself what happened in this case and whether there was a legally binding contract in the PepsiCo case. All right, thank you. I'll see you shortly.